In 2019, WeWork stood at the pinnacle of startup success, or so it seemed. Valued at nearly $47 billion, the company was among the most talked about ventures in the world. Its promise was revolutionary, to change the way people work by offering shared office spaces designed to foster creativity, collaboration, and community. But WeWork was never just about desks and meeting rooms. It aimed to build a lifestyle, a culture where work was reimagined as an inspiring and social experience. At the helm of this vision was Adam Neumann, the company's charismatic and visionary founder and CEO. Neumann was a compelling figure, gifted with a talent for storytelling. He painted a vivid picture of the future. According to him, WeWork wouldn't simply lease office space, it would act as a catalyst for social change. He spoke of workspaces as hubs of innovation where entrepreneurs, freelancers, and corporations could come together and thrive. Investors, captivated by this bold vision and the energy surrounding the company, poured billions into WeWork, convinced it was the next great tech giant. The hype was enormous. However, behind the shining glass walls of WeWork's stylish offices and the buzz of co-working communities, serious problems lurked. The company's rapid expansion, though impressive, was coming at a steep price. WeWork was burning through cash at a staggering rate, spending billions leasing prime real estate in major cities worldwide and transforming these spaces into trendy, Instagram-worthy work environments. The business model itself was structurally risky. It involved locking into long-term leases with landlords while relying on short-term memberships from customers. This mismatch left WeWork vulnerable. If customers left or reduced their memberships, the company still owed large sums to landlords. Compounding these financial risks were concerns about Neumann's leadership. While his visionary style had attracted investors and media attention, some of his behaviors raised serious questions. Reports emerged about extravagant spending, including leasing private jets, purchasing luxury properties, and adopting unusual corporate governance practices that seemed to prioritize his interests over the company's health. As the company prepared for its much-anticipated initial public offering, IPO, in 2019, these issues came into sharp focus. The IPO filing was a moment of reckoning. It revealed the enormous losses WeWork had accumulated, despite the sky-high valuation. The filing also exposed conflicts of interest and a complex, confusing corporate structure that made governance opaque and unstable. Investors quickly recognized these red flags, and confidence evaporated almost overnight. The market reacted harshly. The valuation plummeted from $47 billion to a fraction of that, and Neumann was forced to step down amid intense pressure. What had been touted as a fairy tale startup success story abruptly morphed into a cautionary tale about reckless growth and poor management. The fall of WeWork was swift and dramatic. The company slashed its valuation by tens of billions of dollars and implemented drastic cost-cutting measures, including laying off thousands of employees and halting many of its ambitious expansion plans. Industry critics declared the co-working bubble had burst, with many doubting the company's survival. On the surface, it looked like a spectacular rise followed by a spectacular crash, one of the most high-profile startup failures in recent history. Yet what often gets overlooked is what happened after the crash. Rather than folding or becoming a footnote in startup lore, WeWork began a process of reinvention. New leadership took over, bringing a more pragmatic and sober approach to running the company. They shifted focus away from aggressive expansion and towards building a sustainable, profitable business. The emphasis moved from rapid growth at any cost to steady, manageable development and financial responsibility. This shift in strategy highlights an important lesson in business. Legacy is not about how quickly or how big you grow, but about how responsibly you operate and how well you can sustain your success over time. Today, WeWork is far from the reckless, overhyped startup it once was. It is redefining its role in the evolving world of workspaces by prioritizing sustainability and responsible business practices. Rather than chasing the latest trends or sky-high valuations, the company is focused on creating long-term value for customers, investors, and communities. WeWork's office spaces now emphasize environmental responsibility, incorporating green building standards, sustainable materials, and energy-efficient technologies. This represents a clear understanding that the future of workspaces is not just about aesthetic design or buzzwords, but about making a genuine positive impact on the environment and the neighborhoods where they operate. The company's renewed mission reflects a commitment to being a good corporate citizen. It's not enough to merely lease office space. WeWork aims to contribute to vibrant, sustainable communities. This means going beyond profit margins to consider how the business affects the cities it serves, fostering creativity and collaboration while minimizing environmental harm. What makes WeWork's story truly compelling is its focus on legacy, an aspect that is often ignored during the startup hype phase. Legacy in this context means building something that lasts beyond fleeting headlines, market speculation, and quick profits. For WeWork, legacy involves proving that a business built on shared spaces can be both profitable and responsible. It means learning from past mistakes, adjusting strategies, and rebuilding trust with employees, investors, and customers alike. It's about leaving a positive mark on the places where the company operates and the people who use its services. This redemption story also reflects a broader shift in business culture. Investors and consumers today are increasingly demanding more accountability, transparency, and sustainability from companies. The era of unchecked growth fueled by endless rounds of venture capital is fading. Instead, we're entering a new phase where the focus is on real-world impact, financial health, and ethical business practices. Companies that can balance ambition with responsibility are more likely to achieve long-term success in this evolving landscape. WeWork's journey from an overhyped startup to a more grounded, mission-driven company perfectly captures this transformation. It's a story of humility and resilience, of confronting difficult truths and making hard choices to rebuild on a stronger foundation. This shift is also a reminder to entrepreneurs and investors alike. Sustainable success depends not just on innovation and vision, but on responsible governance and prudent management. Ultimately, WeWork serves as a powerful reminder that even the most spectacular falls can lead to meaningful comebacks. If a company is willing to learn from its mistakes, adapt to changing circumstances, and commit to doing business differently. It's a story about legacy, sustainability, and the courage to rethink what work should look like in the future. Although WeWork may never again be valued in the tens of billions, its story offers valuable lessons about what truly matters when building a business that lasts. In an age where hype can create temporary giants, WeWork's experience teaches us the importance of balancing vision with pragmatism, growth with responsibility, and innovation with ethical stewardship. For anyone interested in the changing face of business and innovation, WeWork's saga is a rich case study. It reveals the dangers of overreach, the importance of governance, and the potential for redemption through responsible leadership. Most importantly, it highlights that in today's world, a company's legacy isn't just measured by profits or valuations, but by its impact on people, communities, and the environment. If you found this deep dive into WeWork's rise, fall, and redemption insightful, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that explore how companies are shaping our world, not just through profits, but through purpose.